Most people believe that having no friends means something is wrong with you. Society often treats it like a failure, a sign that you're lonely, awkward, or disconnected. But psychology tells a much more interesting story. Because sometimes, having very few or even no friends isn't a weakness at all. In many cases, it reveals quiet strengths that most people never develop. If you've ever felt different because your circle is small or non-existent, this video might change the way you see yourself. Here are 5 hidden strengths that often come from having no friends. Number 1. You develop a powerful sense of independence. When people are constantly surrounded by friends, they often rely on them for validation, decisions, and emotional stability. But when you spend more time alone, you learn something many people struggle with: how to stand on your own. Research in psychology suggests that people who are comfortable being alone tend to develop stronger self-regulation and independence. They don't need constant approval to make choices. For example, someone without a large friend group might spend weekends exploring their own interest, reading, learning, creating, or building skills instead of simply following the group's plans. Over time, this builds a quiet confidence, the ability to move through life without depending on others to guide you. Number 2. Your self-awareness becomes deeper. When you're alone more often, you naturally spend more time thinking, reflecting, observing your own thoughts and emotions. Psychology shows that solitude can increase self-reflection, which is a key factor in emotional intelligence. People who constantly socialize sometimes avoid this inner dialogue because there's always noise around them. But when you sit with your thoughts, you begin to understand yourself on a deeper level. You notice your patterns, your motivations, your fears and strengths. That kind of self-awareness is incredibly rare and incredibly powerful. Number 3. You become less influenced by social pressure. Friend groups often shape how people think, dress, behave, and even what opinions they hold. Research on social conformity shows that people naturally adjust their behavior to fit in with the group around them. But when you're not surrounded by that pressure, you have more freedom to develop your own identity. You might like different music, different hobbies, different ideas, and instead of copying what everyone else is doing, you slowly build a personality that's truly your own. This kind of authenticity is something many people spend their entire lives trying to find. Number 4. Your focus becomes stronger. Social lives can be rewarding, but they can also be incredibly distracting. Constant messages, plans, group chats, expectations. When those distractions are reduced, something interesting happens. Your mental energy becomes more focused. Studies on deep work and concentration suggest that uninterrupted time allows the brain to reach deeper levels of focus and creativity. That's why many writers, artists, programmers, and thinkers throughout history have spent large amounts of time alone. Without constant social noise, your mind has room to explore ideas, solve problems, and build things that truly matter to you. Number 5. You learn emotional resilience. When people always have someone to lean on, they sometimes never learn how strong they actually are. But when you face challenges without a big support circle, you begin developing a different kind of strength. Psychologists call this resilience, the ability to adapt, recover, and keep going even when things feel difficult. It doesn't mean you never feel lonely. It doesn't mean everything is easy. But it does mean that over time, you realize something powerful. You can handle more than you thought, and that knowledge changes the way you face life. Now, this doesn't mean friendships aren't valuable. Healthy relationships can bring joy, support, and meaning. But having no friends right now doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're unlikable. And it definitely doesn't mean your life is empty. Sometimes it simply means you're in a season of growth, learning independence, clarity, focus, and emotional strength. And those qualities often shape some of the most thoughtful, self-aware, and resilient people in the world. So if your circle feels small right now, don't rush to label it as a flaw. It might actually be shaping strengths that others never get the chance to build. And if this video helped you see yourself in a new way, subscribe for more psychology insights about personality, human behavior, and the quiet strengths that make you who you are.